Hi guys, bringing you this little video to show you how I sew the ribbons on my point shoes. So the things that you'll need are so you get one long continuous length of ribbon from the shop or wherever you bought. They usually sell them where you buy your point shoes. So you get one long continuous ribbon and that will do both shoes. So the way I would recommend to do this, which is actually a way that I learnt from Grishko, is how they recommend you show the ribbons on your point shoes. I used to do it differently when I was younger, but since doing it this way I found it is much stronger and the ribbons tend to hold better and the stitching tends to hold better as well. So this is how I like to do it from now on. You don't have to, this is just my way of doing it because we all like routine and habit. So you'll get one long length of ribbon and you're going to cut that piece of ribbon directly in half. So then you've got two pieces of ribbon and that will do your two shoes. So then you take one half of the ribbon here and you're not going to cut it again. It's going to stay in one long length. So find the half point of your ribbon. I think I lost my mind. You're going to take your point shoe and pencil and you're going to pinch the little bit of material right at the end of the shoe, okay? Then you should end up, these drawstrings are a bit tight, you should end up, when you fold it over with those two diagonal lines there, that's going to be the basis of where we sew our ribbons. So to get our marks, we pinch the top, we place the pencil in here at the top and we pull quite firmly along one side and then pull again firmly along the other side, and then when we undo you should see that you have two pencil marks and that's going to be our guide to where we sew our ribbons on. Now once you've got your mark of the centre of the ribbon, the one piece of ribbon, you're going to put that here underneath on the sole of the shoe so that the ribbon runs along the underneath of your pencil line, not on top. If it's on top it'll be too close to your ankles, so it needs to make sure that it goes underneath the ribbon line like that, okay? And this is where you use your pins to pin it in place.
It's all about the lies I've told. It's all about the love I wanna hold.
Okay,
it's
so
all about my heart.
looks like that. Then when you turn it around the right way,
it's all
it should look like that.
It's all about the life
with the ribbon
and
going onto the sole of the shoe.
all about my fears. I left
Turn it back in. You can use any stitch that you like when you're stitching your point shoes. It really doesn't matter. I just like to use a running stitch, which is where it continues on over each other. The stitches go over each other because I think it looks neater and I like symmetry and neatness. Okay, so then you thread your ribbon. I've got this really pale pink cotton, and I do always like to use a double length, so I'll get quite a long piece of cotton. See if I can do this first time.
It's all about the lies I've told.
And I'll go all the way down to the end so that I've got a double length of cotton there. I just find it stronger. So a knot in the end.
It's all about the dreams.
And it stops it pulling through the material. And then start sewing. So I like to start sewing from the underneath edge, this edge here, and I start at the sole so that I can go all the way along here, continue along the binding, all the way around, down the binding on this side and back down there, so you can kind of go in one continuous loop. Again, it's just because I like it to look neat. That's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it this way if you don't want it. So I will start at one side. So make a little knot so the needle goes in, and then I don't pull it too tight just in case the knot does come through the material. I'll make it go in again the same place until about there, and you get this little loop, and then the needle goes through the loop to tie a knot. And I always like to do that twice just to be doubly sure. So that's 2 little knots. And then you can get on with your stitching. So, don't mind me.
It's all about the dreams I've had. It's all about the life and death. It's all about my fears I left.
Doesn't really matter if your stitches go through the other side of the satin, and because if you've chosen a colour that's really close to the colour of the satin of the shoe, then you won't hardly see it anyway.
I almost lost my
Don't try not to make the stitches too big and too far apart from each other. I always think that leads you to it being a little bit less relaxed.
my home. I think I
Okay,
lost
so far.
my mind.
Can you see that?
Something that can't be found.
So this is where I started, and I tied my little knot, and I stitched all the way along. There we go, focus. And I'm up to the binding, so now I'm going to go straight across the binding and around the other side.
I wanna hold. It's all about my heart. I lost tonight. It's all about the
Okay, so I've got quite far with my sewing. I've gone from the inside all the way across the binding, and I'm pretty much almost back to the sole, but I've only got this length of thread left. When you get to this point, it does start to become difficult to keep threading the needle, and then you'll also find it difficult to tie a knot in. So I recommend once you get to that point is to stop the stitching wherever you are, do a little stitch to tie a knot like we did at the beginning. So go in and out to make that loop, and then the needle goes through the loop. And again, I always like to do it twice, so I'll just do that again. So it goes in and out and through the loop. Good. Rethread. Tie the knot. And then you start back where you left off. So where your knot is, from your last thread, that's where you're gonna, just after it, knot again. So remember, you go and then back to get your loop through
It's all about the dreams
the loop
It's all about the life
good luck,
and death. It's all about my fear
and then you can continue on sewing.
behind. this circle.
So let me show you up until this point before I tie off. Here's where I started. Okay, I did my stitch all running across the side to the binding. I stitched across the binding, and then I stitched all the way along the top here, and then all the way along. There we go, that's a bit better. Across the binding on the other side, and back to the sole on the other side. So the only bit that isn't sewn is this little bit here near the heel. Now I'm here, I'm going to tie off, do the 2 knots that I did before, and the sewing of the ribbons is done. And there's just one more little thing that you need to do just to finish off.
It's all about the dreams I had. It's all about life and death. It's all about my fears I left behind.
So once you've decided which shoe is on which foot, I'm just going to very elegantly put my foot on here so you can see. You'll have excess ribbon. Now when these get tucked in, if there's too much, it can be a bit bulky. So what you want to do is, once you've tied your knot and you're happy with the length of the ribbon, I would say maybe leave a good inch or so from the edge of the ribbon and give it a cut, and then do the other one. So you've got 2 nice neat little ends there. And then what you can do is, just to finish off, and I really recommend this part to stop the ribbons from fraying, because once ribbon starts fraying, it just carries on and on and on, and you'll end up with shorter and shorter ribbon. Is to get your lighter and your ribbon and just hold the flame underneath the ribbon, like so, and you'll see and you'll feel that it's sort of melted the edge of the ribbon and it becomes hard, and that just stops it from fraying. So we'll do it on the other side as well. So again, just underneath your edge, nice and neat. And you're ready to go. So then you've got your 2 Pointe shoes with lovely sewn ribbons on them, ready to work. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please stay posted for my next video, which is going to be about darning Pointe shoes, and I've got loads of other videos coming up as well. So yeah, please stay tuned, give it a like, give me a follow, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.
I think I lost my mind.